Hi, good. We got to turn lights on. Sorry, I had a visitor and it threw me off. Okay, hi. It is Thursday, Wednesday. Wednesday. Good Wednesday morning. The camera is not centered. Now it's sort of centered. I don't know. Hi, everybody. Do we have audio? I think we have audio. Nope, the mic is. There we go. There's the audio. Hi, everyone. Um, is there an echo? All right, here we go. Excuse me. I need to do a little test. How's the audio right now? I got to check the audio. All right, I think the audio is good. Sorry. Noon because I was working on a bunch of stuff, and then I had a visitor stop by. We'll talk about that later. Not today because there's something I have to do for that person, but you'll see. Um, Weather there, upper 40s today, not quite 50. A random shower later today. Um, Not everywhere, not a lot, but a couple scattered showers. I mentioned it earlier this week that we might see some random showers today. I don't think anybody's calling for it, but don't be surprised if you see a random shower tomorrow. Mostly sunny, low to mid 50s, and then Friday we could hit 60. I think we might even get into the low 60s on Friday. Then Friday night we start seeing some precipitation. We'll see precipitation chances for Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So if you're a fan of precipitation, well, starting Friday night, it's going to be awesome for you, and maybe depending where you are, you'll see some showers today. This is the Storm Prediction Center for today. This is the Storm Prediction Center for tomorrow. You're looking at South Texas for tomorrow, by the way. The Storm Prediction Center, I think they're pretty much dead on this. We're going to see an opportunity for severe weather to really start ramping up. We talked about it yesterday, but for tomorrow, we're looking at this. Now, and look, any of these areas could see severe weather, any of them. But the threat for tomorrow is going to be the highest threat will be South Texas. In fact, it could be pretty serious, mostly flooding. Flooding in Texas is going to be a real threat over the coming days. Again, we're going to start seeing some heavy precipitation today. This is today. This is tomorrow. And then as we get into Friday, we're going to still see that heavy precipitation down over South Texas, which is good because they've got drought conditions down there. So this is going to help a lot. But it may cause some flooding issues. Then Saturday looks great. But then we get into Sunday. Sunday is a problem. This area is going to see some pretty exponential changes as we get closer to Sunday. This area is going to start seeing different colors, not just yellow. I think we're at least going to see some oranges in here, particularly as we get into the upper Midwest and the Ohio Valley up into here, or I guess up into here. We'll see what happens with it. We're going to watch it. But then as we get into Monday, friends, we've got some real serious problems coming. This image that you're looking at. We talked about this yesterday. This image is from yesterday's Storm Prediction Center, right? And I thought that we would expand this. So if we go back to this and we try and just outline this is yesterday's for Sunday. This is the update for Sunday. This. Oops, sorry, not that. This. Where is it? So that is going to be the threat level for Sunday. As we get into Monday, the Storm Prediction Center initially said that we would see a relatively small area for Sunday. This would be the threat for Sunday, right along the southeast U.S. coast, from basically the Florida-Georgia line up through Virginia, excuse me, into the Delmarva. When we talked about it yesterday, I said that I thought we would see some changes in that, like some expansion from that. And there wasn't any yesterday. They never expanded it, but they have this morning. This is now the guidance. Well, here, let's draw this. Let's trace it, I should say. This is what they had for the Storm Prediction Center for yesterday for Monday's outlook. This area right here. But this morning they've expanded it greatly, and it now goes much, much farther. So that is the initial from yesterday, and now this is the expansion now, way outside that circle. Goes all the way back into Louisiana, includes New Orleans, Slidell, the southern portions of Mississippi, almost all of Alabama, all of Georgia. So we now have this entire area that's going to be covered. I would say that if you're in Louisiana, basically the southern half of all of Louisiana, even southeast extreme Texas, I would be on the lookout for this. I would include anywhere Mississippi, anywhere from Middle Tennessee, East Kentucky, West Virginia, even I would say southern, south central, and southeastern Pennsylvania up through Delaware. I would say that you should probably be looking out for this on Monday. And then as we get into Tuesday, there's no guidance for that yet. We'll watch that for tomorrow and we'll talk to you about it. But this is a pretty exponential change from yesterday. The difference in, again, that right there is yesterday's guidance for Monday, and now this is the new guidance for Monday. A pretty big leap, a pretty big change, I should say, between yesterday's guidance and today's guidance. So we're going to watch that. We're going to keep an eye on it. Again, I think this threat is a very real threat as it expands to the south and the west. We're going to keep an eye on that. I fully expect some pretty terrible weather Sunday into Monday, and then Monday into Tuesday. We will keep an eye on it. We're going to watch it. In fact, let's go ahead and do this. Let's go to... Let's get some models up here. So here's the models for right now. That's the image you're looking at right now. We'll show you that larger. That is it. So let's fast forward this through the weekend, or through the week, I should say. Wednesday, Thursday. Here's that stuff in South Texas that we're looking at. This is the area of the threat for today. This area down in here, that matches the Storm Prediction Center guidance for today. We're going to zip that through. We're going to watch it stay along the coast there in South Texas. Basically just sets up there. This is why we have that threat down to South Texas from today through Friday. Just a lot of heavy rain. I do fear some pretty significant flooding down there into Louisiana. Then as we get into Saturday, still right down off that Texas-Louisiana coast. Look, this is right now. This is right now. We start to see these build as we go through the day today, into tonight, into tomorrow, into Friday. And then we have this. Keep an eye on this. This is going to be tricky. We talked about this yesterday. I said I wouldn't be surprised if we see some snow next week. A couple chances next week. The initial one being Monday, Tuesday-ish, and then next weekend. We'll talk about next weekend in the future. But don't be surprised if you see some snowflakes flying around Monday into Tuesday-ish, as this potent system that I'm about to show you runs through and goes away. It's going to pull down some cold air. So this is Saturday. Here comes the storms for Sunday. We see these lines developing. We're going to watch. This is a pretty potent area. And then right here, we're going to watch that frozen line and that snow line. I think that could certainly come to the south. So we're going to watch it and see what it does. But here are these storms, friends, that are going to fire up. We'll go back here. Here's the storms through Friday into Saturday. Here comes our line of storms on Sunday. Pretty freaking potent. And then as we get into Monday, there goes Monday. And we'll see what happens. There's a lot going on. It's pretty complex, as they tend to be, especially this time of year. So we're going to watch it. We're going to keep an eye on it. And we are going to see exactly what transpires. There's a lot going on. We're going to figure out a lot today as you watch that stuff over Texas and Louisiana. As that moves to the west over the next 48, 72 hours into the weekend. We're going to watch that, see what it does, and see how that transpires. Today, 48 degrees for us. Upper 40s, near 50. The farther south you go from the Lehigh Valley, the better opportunity you will have of seeing the warmer temperatures, or the more mild temperatures, I guess I should say. And then tomorrow we're in the low to mid 50s. Overnight lows tonight into the 20s. Overnight lows tomorrow into the mid 30s. And then the lows on Friday night, and indicative of the change, is going to be into the mid to upper 40s with the highs on Friday around 60. Precipitation moves in later on Friday. And then we're going to see chances for precipitation Saturday, Sunday, and then those storms come through Monday, Tuesday. So enjoy the dry weather for the most part today. Again, spotty showers this afternoon, and really brief showers too. So it's only going to be a window of maybe 3 to 5 o'clock today. If you're going to see a shower, it's going to be between 3 and 5 today, and then nothing. And then we clear out, and tomorrow will be beautiful. Friday will start off beautiful, the most mild day of the week, work week, with showers coming in later on Friday, overnight Friday through Saturday, through Sunday, through Monday, and we'll see how quickly that system moves through. Maybe we see it into Tuesday as well. Whew. Okay. That, friends, is your WYCEL for today. WYCEL, obviously, as you should know by now, is brought to you by Snowscapes. Snowscapes, I guess, is pretty safe to say, is the official tree service of the weather. If you need tree work done, Snowscapes is who you call. There's just no way around it. If you need reliable, good, safe, quality, affordable tree care, Snowscapes. That's who you call. There's no one else. It's the only one I would use. They're the only ones I have used, actually. Again, way before I knew Snowscapes, before I knew Andy and Katie, the owners. Snowscapes is the only company I have used. They did a phenomenal job, actually. Dealt with the insurance company, all of that. Worked, just great people, salt of the earth people, good local people. Snowscapes. If you need tree work, Snowscapes is who you want to call. They're the only ones we recommend. They're the only ones I would ever recommend. Snowscapes. So thanks to Andy and Katie for sponsoring WYCEL yet again. We appreciate you. There's your 3-day forecast. I will see you guys tomorrow for WYCEL. I have a lot of work to do, working on a bunch of projects, getting ready for this weekend, trying to figure out if we're going to deploy, how we're going to get there. We're getting on it. And I'm going to go see there's something in my personal life's going on too, and I'm going to go handle that a little bit today too. My dad's in the hospital. He's not doing well. I'm going to go see him after this today. All right, that's all I got for you. I love y'all, ladies. I love you a little bit more. I will see you guys tomorrow. To the visitor today, thank you very, very much. More on that in the very near future. Okay? All right, everybody. Have a good day.